Hello, everyone. It is Tuesday. Tuesday, I tell you. Tuesday it is. Terrific Tuesday. And it is great to have you here live. Live tonight on Tuesday, May 18th. Tell me what you are grateful for this Tuesday night. That's what we want to know. Beautiful sunny day today in New England. We want to know what you are grateful for this Tuesday night. Hey, Kitty, how are you? I've been thinking about you a lot today. I'll talk about that. But I'm grateful to have you here tonight. Grateful to have you here. What are you all grateful for this Tuesday evening? Tuesday evening, the 18th of May. I actually made some progress on my desk over there. Hey, Adele and Dazzle are here. Dazzle, it's treat time. That is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. It is great to have you all here tonight on this Tuesday night. The night before all restrictions drop in Connecticut. It's a day of training, and the trainee is doing well so far. All right, that means the trainer is doing well too. That means the trainer is doing well. Kitty. Hey, Pat in the Peanut Gallery. It is great to have you here, Pat. I hope you are doing well. Rose. A rose by any other name is not the same. Hello, Rose in Florida. Great to have you here live tonight. Oh, it is great to have everybody here. Oops, I left my glasses over there. Oh, so many good things happening. I love when you hear all these good things happening. We are broadcasting tonight on both Facebook and YouTube. So if you have any problems with the Facebook, you can hop right on over to the YouTube. Cassandra posted the links in the comments there. Hey, Kath, great to have you here. Good to have you here live tonight. We're going to have a good night. It's a good night to have a good night. That's what I'm talking about. As we are narrowing in on the last third of May. We still got a little more than a third of May to go, and this is More Money May. This is More Money May. Putting more money in your pocket this May. That's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing, and we're cruising. Michelle live? Live, Michelle? You had sort of a peachy top on yesterday, I think it was. Look good, Michelle. Great to have you here. You know me, I'm the one lurking in the shadows. But it is great to have you here live. Everybody, let's get started. I'm a little more ish than 8 tonight, and I got a lot I want to talk about. A lot I want to talk about. Let's get started with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book. Well, if you knew I was there, Michelle, it would throw you off your rhythm. You own that show. You do so well. You interact with everybody. You got your what? You do everything so well. You show everything. And if I said, "Hey, Michelle, I'm here," it would throw you all off. But that happens to everybody I do it to, so that's why I don't do it. Hey, Vina, great to have you here. Great to have you here. Well, tonight, folks, in the Good Morning, Good Night book, we're on page 134. 134. Good morning. Look at you. The miracle of you. The thrill of you. Becoming who you'll be. Just a little schmutz. I got it. Okay, Stunner, go. They ain't ready for you. That is your good morning. That's why I don't do it, Michelle. That's why I don't say anything when I'm on the when I happen to catch somebody live. I don't say anything because it throws everybody off. And I'm just Neil. I'm just Neil. I don't mean to throw anybody off. Oh, it's a good day. It's a good day. We got out. Today's the last day of restrictions in Connecticut. So Massachusetts still till the 29th. Connecticut opens up tomorrow, and we grabbed drinks and appetizers. We had to pick up the car tonight, and I'm like, the one they knocked the mirror off. Somebody knocked the mirror off a few weeks ago. They had that ready for us to pick up, and I was like, okay, well, let's go to our favorite place down that way and grab some food and a pre-live cocktail, and let's go for it tonight. And while we can, while there's less of a crowd, tomorrow there'll be a big crowd there. So we did that tonight. But let's get started. Let's see what we got going on here today. I got a lot for you. I love our quote from Simon tonight. To get on a path to success, we need a plan. To reach success, we need to be flexible. When the path is blocked, yes. All right. Stubborn in our goals, flexible in our methods. Stubborn in our goals, flexible in our methods. You heard that somewhere before. Hey, Jennifer, great to have you here. I had a martini, a gin martini, which I enjoy. And actually, even in Connecticut, I can't go someplace without running into somebody. I mean, the waitress comes over to our table and says, "Are you Neil?" You know how that went from there. Well, the table way over there in the corner is sending you a cocktail. I'm like, okay, don't send too many cocktails. But I had a martini. Cassandra had I think it was a sunrise spritzer. I could be screwing that up. She had it was fruity. And Rebecca had water. What can I say? She didn't want a cocktail tonight. Although she said she almost liked the sounds of the special martini. I did not like the sounds of the special martini. It had way too much fruit in it for me. But it's a good day. It's a good day. So think about that. Simon's quote: to get on a path to success, we need a plan. To reach success, we need to be flexible when the path is blocked. And that is a very important lesson, one I have talked about many times here. Many times here. I'm going to go off script tonight. I had a whole plan here, and I'm going to step off of it for a minute because Kitty pulled me into it, and others have today too, staffing. So let's talk about staffing. Hey, the Sewells in Houston. Great to have you here tonight, live with us tonight. That must mean you're only working half a day. If I'm catching you guys, if you guys are catching me live, you must be only working half a day. What? There's no power in Texas? So I want to talk about staffing for a second because Kitty was talking about training a new staff member today, and it's going well, which means the trainer is doing a good job. Okay, that the hiring went in a good job. Just a lot of water. I think I talked to my sister yesterday before the water. So it is great to have you here tonight, Jana and Dennis. It is... And Kelly's grateful for the rain. Jana wants to get rid of the rain. Kelly's grateful for the rain. That is the great thing of our groups and all the people that show up here every night. So Kitty was talking about that and how great that is. And I love a great trainee. I love somebody that wants to soak up the knowledge and learn new things from you. And that is a wonderful thing. And I absolutely love that. But one of the things that's been happening, and I've been getting multiple calls about it, and a few today, is what I would call poaching in hiring. And I wanted to talk about that for a minute. So I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to lead in with that. So it was good to be talking about trainees today. Poaching in hiring. And do you know what I mean when I say poaching? I'm not talking about poaching an egg. I'm not talking about the breakfast special. I'm talking about, when you go out and you take a employee from another company. And what I'm talking about with real poaching, okay, is not the warm relationship. Yes, stealing employees, but it's more than that. Poaching is more than stealing an employee. Okay, because sometimes people look at it as, you stole my employee. Well, your employee came to me and sought out a job and was looking, and I was looking, and you guys were no longer a match. That's different. It's different when you have a warm relationship, and that warm relationship can be as simple as the Susie at Starbucks who makes your coffee every day, and you really love the service that Susie gives. And you see her every day. You talk to her. You know her cat's name. Okay, you know her dog's name. Whatever. She's got a picture of it on her right by the drive-through there. And you talk to her every day, and you know her. And you hand her a card and says, "Hey, I know you love working here at Starbucks, but if there's ever any time that you're not happy and you're looking for something else, call me first." That's different. That's not the same poaching and stealing that I'm talking about that's happening out there, because finding employees is hard right now. Finding good employees, some would say, is near impossible. Okay, and that's a really hard thing because people aren't looking for work. Although I have other things on that tonight to talk about, that where the government's actually going to help you find some. But I'm talking about let's call him a schmuck. A schmuck. You know what a schmuck is. Okay, I don't have to get my Yiddish dictionary out here for you. You know a schmuck when you see one. The sleazy used car salesman. The schmuck. I mean, my father says, you know a schmuck when you see a schmuck. Okay? I probably have Adele rolling out of her chair right now. But I'm not getting out my Yiddish to English dictionary right now. Okay, but the person that actually comes into your store, okay, like the door-to-door salesman that's selling you window cleaner or, a subscription to the Encyclopedia Britannica, okay, that just comes door to door. The guy that's walking door to door and saying, "Hey, you looking for a job? I got great jobs. You happy here? I got a better job. How much you making here? I'll pay you 50 cents more. I'll pay you $1 more." I mean, we covered a couple nights ago. People would leave for 15%. Yiddish translation may be a fun class at conference. Well, I'll get a bubby in here to teach you, Kelly. I'll get a bubby in here to teach you. Yiddish translation. Oh, my God. We could come up with some phrases. We should come up with some phrases. But, the schmuck that comes in, okay, and is just trying to fast talk and schmooze your employees to say, "Hey, I got something better for you. How much you make here? How much you make here? Michelle, how much you make here? I'll pay you more. I'll even give you $100 to come on over. You start tomorrow. And I'll give you $200. Okay? I mean, you seem to have it together here. You showed up to work. That's the schmo I'm talking about. But usually they're not a customer. Usually they're a manager or a recruiter for a chain. Usually they're a manager or a recruiter for a chain. Usually it's not a customer, Kitty. Most often they're a recruiter that works for some chain, or they actually themselves work for the chain. I mean, I'm okay. You have a warm relationship with Susie at Starbucks, who you see every day, who has your coffee ready and knows your name and has your name written on it and sees your car 4 cars back, but has your has your order ready. I'm okay with that person. If you say, if you're ever unhappy, call me first. Okay? I love the way you take care of the customers in this line. That's different. That's different. To the employer, it seems the same, but really it's different. That's a warm lead. And you got to keep in mind, most people quit a boss. Okay? But somebody to come in and actually solicit your employees, that's really sleazy. Okay, going door to door. Okay, if you're in a plaza, going to your store, like if you were where Michelle is, she'd go to Michelle's store, then you'd go next door to the liquor store. You know, if you were in my store, you would hit the liquor store. You would hit the hair salon. You would hit the nail salon. You would hit my store. You would hit the pizza place. You'd hit the Dunkin' Donuts. You'd hit all these different stores and say, have I got something for you? Well, that person has no integrity. They don't have anything. They don't have anything to give. Okay, you can always. They will not take your wine guy, Michelle. They will not take your wine guy. But that's the kind of person that I'm talking about. That kind of sleaze that would do that. You know, Rose, overall, the sign-on bonus doesn't really do anything. I mean, it's a one-off. Okay, every 90 days, you can go someplace else and get a sign-on bonus. Okay, and you're not going to compete at the level of the highest sign-on bonuses. If anything, I would have more of a bonus program, okay, an incentive program as part of their compensation so that they could grow. Help Wanted is everywhere, and it's going to be that way into the early fall. Okay, that is going to be that way till the early fall. There's going to be an employment crush until then, except for what is happening out there. And I'm going to come to that in just a second. But I wanted to remind you that this type of person is out there. So what defeats that? They're always going to get your lowest hanging fruit. And if you keep a management philosophy, okay, back in the heydays, which makes me seem old, okay. Yeah, I think hiring a college kid so that you have some breathing room, Kitty, is a smart idea. We have a younger workforce, which is resulting in some more turnover. But our overall workforce is pretty old. I went through and updated. I haven't been good at updating our I'll have that number tomorrow. I'll have the average tenure of our employees tomorrow. It is much longer than traditional retail. And that's part of what we offer, okay, is we offer stability. We offer a great place to work, okay? Your job has to be about more than pay. It has to be about the culture. It has to be what's in it for them, okay? And people are looking for what's in it for them more than a paycheck, okay? They can go get yelled at and screamed at Dunkin' Donuts, okay? They can go smell like a burger at McDonald's, okay? So what is in it for them in working in your environment? What makes your environment special? What skills are you giving them that's going to help them, okay? Because you're not the forever job for everyone. For some people you are, and that's okay. It's also okay that you're not the forever job for everyone, that you help them on their path. So how can you help people on their path to where they're going? How can you help them level up to where they're going? What skills can you give them while also giving them a paycheck? Anybody can give them a paycheck. I mean, for millions of Americans, the government's giving them a paycheck right now. But what can you do? What can you do to help them level up, to help them find the love, to help them find their heart while they are doing it? While they are working hard and playing hard, working for you. They're not going to come home smelling like a burger. Okay, are you going to make them a fashion artist instead of a sandwich artist like Subway will do? Subway will turn them into an artist. Okay, it is about more than it is the skills you are giving them that is going to help them along their path. So part of talking to them and part of Kitty, like you in your kid, is talking to them about where they are going. Okay, where they are going, and that doesn't have to be 5 years. What are you going to school for? What do you hope to get out of that? Are you going to just concentrate on your studies in the fall? Okay, because you'll end out with some. I mean, my Disney princess, that goal, #goal Disney princess, okay, has been working it like nonstop so she can move to Florida next month. Okay, she's been working, lots of hours. Okay, but she's my great front person. Having, even behind the mask, having that smile of a Disney princess behind the mask. Okay, it is an awesome people greeter. It's awesome to have at my front door, to be the first person you see and the last person you see when you come and go. So, how do you help them get to where they want to be if they're not going to be with you, but also acknowledging that some people that start with you for a job end out fulfilling their career, finding more than that, finding something that they can grow with in ways that they didn't expect because they were seeking a job. You found them a path to help you fulfill their dreams while they helped you fulfill yours. And doesn't that fill each other's heart? Doesn't that fill each other's heart? And those people will never, when you reach those people, like Chris did, right? Chris has had multiple people do that over the years and come back, go to college, come back. It was something that happened with my father and his pharmacy. It's something that's happened with us. It is when you grow a team in that way, okay? When you grow a team in that way, when you look at their dreams and understand their dreams and where you are on their path now, you can find an amazing thing. Our stores are amazing places. Okay, where in general, while we deal with the public, we aren't spit out on all the time. We are appreciated. We are the heart of the community. Resale is the heart of the community. Every community that your stores are in becomes the heart of the community. Your inventory is sourced locally. Your team is sourced locally. The money goes right back in locally. You are the heart of the community. The heart. You are the pulse. You want to know what's happening in the town? You want to know what kind of living people have in the town? Pull up to your local resale store. Go in and take a look at the merchandise. Take a look at the cars parked out front. That is the heart of the community, people. That is the heart. That is what I am talking about. So be aware that these schmucks are out there, okay? Don't be afraid of these schmucks because a couple of the conversations that I've had, okay, well, they got this person. Well, that's the person you should have fired anyways, okay? More times than not, that's the person you should have gotten rid of anyways. And if they just happen to poach someone good by accident, someone that was really, really good, usually that person comes groveling back, okay? Or you have to look at what did I do wrong with that person? What did I do wrong? Because usually when things go sideways, okay, and you get something you don't expect, I look inside. Okay, what did we do inside to end out with that? Or what specifically was going on in that person's life that we didn't know about? Okay, maybe their father and mother both lost their jobs, and this 20-something-year-old is now supporting the whole family. So the dollar an hour really did make a difference. Okay, and they didn't know how to tell you all the things that had gone wrong. So just be cognizant to that is happening out there. It's happening more and more because the labor market is tighter and tighter. That doesn't mean sink to their level. I'm okay with the Susie at Starbucks that you befriend every day. And one time you say, hey, Susie, you're the best. If you ever leave Starbucks, I'm going to be really, really sad. But I'm going to be sadder if you don't come see me first for a position. Okay? I'm okay with that. But I'm not okay with you walking into Starbucks and saying, hey, y'all showed up here to work today. Who wants a better job? Who wants to make $1 more an hour? How much you making? I'll give you $2 an hour if you show up tomorrow. That I don't want to see you doing. And but be aware that that's happening, and that's happening from major chains all over the place. So it is happening. I've had more than one conversation about it this week. Be aware of it. Be cognizant of it. Be aware of it. That's why I had to talk about that tonight. Because it's really that important. On the same token, states are getting with the program. I mean, so government is finally going to help us out, help the employment situation out, and try to get people off the sidelines. So we've talked about, what will it take to get people back to work? People are getting the extra 300, everything else. And quite honestly, people with that, there's lots of reasons people are out of work right now. Okay, there's lots of reasons people are sitting on the sidelines right now. And some of them I get, some of them I'm not so much with. And there are more and more states that are rescinding the extra $300 a week starting in June, that are getting rid of that because it's an opt-in. States can opt out of that. And there are more and more states that are opting out of that starting in June. But some states are offering money for you to go back to work. Like the state of Oklahoma will pay people $1,200 to get off unemployment benefits and start working. The Oklahoma governor signed an executive order creating the Return to Work incentive, which incentivizes finding a job instead of continuing to claim unemployment. The first 20,000 people who qualify and apply for the program will receive $1,200 after completing 6 weeks of a new job. Our challenge is not getting businesses back open. We've done that. It's getting employees back to work, said the governor. Other states hopping in. Hang on a second. And Oklahoma announced getting rid of the extra $300 a week. There's multiple states doing this. I only have Oklahoma in this article. Let me see if I had the other one. But there's multiple states starting to offer incentives to get back to work. I don't have the other ones here. I'll have it tomorrow. But multiple states are now offering incentives anywhere from 4 weeks after work to 90 days after you've been employed, that you will get an incentive of around $1,000 for going back to work. While at the same time, these states are looking at eliminating the pandemic unemployment assistance, the extra $300 a week. So, trying to, if that's the reason people are staying unemployment, removing that reason and giving them an incentive to go back to work. So, and stay on the job. So, this is something that businesses have been asking for since the beginning, is instead of giving extra money to stay on, to be on unemployment, to give extra money to go back to work. So that is starting to happen at the state level. It's not a direct federal support, but the states are doing it to get people off the unemployment rolls. And that is a good thing. That is a good thing. I'll update you on what other states are doing it. I want to say Ohio is one of the early adopters, but other states will follow because there are rapidly more and more states dropping the pandemic unemployment assistance starting in June. So they're giving people a few weeks notice that this is going to stop in June, and giving other incentives to go out and get a job. So I would rather see, like, if they got a job in June, that they got it regardless of the number of people that did it, like Oklahoma's doing the first 20,000 people. I would rather see it be everybody that got a job during this period of time, call it June, so that you were early adopters, not holding out till September or something. So, June, July, whatever, give it a little bit of time to get out there and fill jobs, because that's going to be the difference. Like the articles I've been quoted in recently, part of why we haven't returned to our pre-pandemic hours is staffing levels. And I will not stretch my staff more than I have them stretched right now. I feel good with that. I'd rather have a lower hour threshold than to have a stressed out staff. But I definitely would like to be back to normal hours and have the staff to be able to do that by August. My mental goal is August 1st. Knowing that might slide to September 1st, just with the labor market the way it is. But that is not the full topics that I planned on tonight, but I thought it was very important to talk about tonight. Jobs and schmucks and recruiting. The schmuck recruiters for our Yiddish to a English dictionary. Our Yiddish to English dictionary there. You know what? You don't need any dictionary for is this video and everything I talk about. This video and everything I talk about goes over, Michelle, if you do not set a goal, you cannot reach it. If you do not set a goal, you cannot reach it. If you said another way, okay, Michelle, have I ever told you the story of how my mother wallpapered my room in high school? I came home from high school one day, and I will make this the quick version of this story. I came home from high school one day, and my mother had wallpapered my room with Xerox copies of the same poster. And it was a picture of a dartboard, and it said, if you aim at nothing, you're bound to hit it. If you aim at nothing, you're bound to hit it. Floor to ceiling. The entire room covered, okay? Jewish mother syndrome there. Nothing gone awry there, Just typical Jewish mother trying to make her point. But, at that point in high school, I was sort of goalless and lost, okay? I didn't have where I was going. And I was pretty aimless, okay? But I'm going to show my mother. That isn't true. I'm going to show my mother. And there you go. The rest is history. That's the short version of the story, Michelle. That's the short version, and I know you'll appreciate that because you take care of your grampy. this video and everything I talk about, even my mother and my trials and tribulations of a Jewish mother. Trials and tribulations of a Jewish mother, no Yiddish needed. Goes over to narts.org/resale strong. narts.org/resale strong. By noon the next day, all of the files, everything I talk about, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and yes, you can ring that bell. Ring that bell so you know when a new video drops. Oh. Let's see, what did I miss here? Definition of a schmuck. Foolish or contemptible person. You really got to be some schmuck to fall for that one. I knew you'd love that story, Michelle Vita. But that video and the link to the YouTube channel is all over there at narts.org/resale strong, so you can share it with everybody you know in business. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. We're going to help everybody. I don't care what their vocation is. We're going to help everybody make it to the other side of this. Yes, we are, because we share. I am here live in the Narts private Facebook group and streaming on YouTube every night at more 8 than ish. But if you have a question in between, you just email me, Neil, Neil at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. If you were not here at the top of the program, our good night tonight is, our good morning today was good morning. Look at you, the miracle of you, the thrill of you, becoming who you be. Just a little schmutz. Got it. Okay, Stunner, go get it. Go. They ain't ready for you. Our good night tonight is good night. Look at you, the miracle of you, the thrill of you, becoming who you'll be. Okay, Stunner, rest up. Have some of that perfect for tomorrow. Kitty, this one's for you. I've been thinking of you all day. I've been thinking of you and Dave. It's Dave, being Dave's birthday. And, we got, I know you said birthdays in heaven are no fun, and they're not. But celebrating Dave is fun. Celebrating Dave is fun. And as a guy in this industry, there's not a lot of other guys, okay? There just aren't that would come and support their women at conference and be there and support this industry. And your guy was one of the good guys that showed up. And I always loved that about him. I always loved Dave and seeing him and the smile on his face. So we got a cake tonight for Dave. So we're going to have cake tonight for dessert for Dave. For Dave's birthday. I want you to go find a piece of cake, find a peanut butter cup, find something to celebrate Dave, because, that post brought a smile to my face. Dave always brought a smile to my face, and we're going to celebrate him. So that's there for you and for Dave, because he's one of the good ones. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah, a celebrating Kitty's husband, Dave. We will party again. We will party in person. And when we do, I'm going to be there with you. Yes, I am. But until then, and until tomorrow night at more 8 than ish, know that you and you, but most especially you, yes, you're not alone running this store. It's time for cake for Dave. Have a great night, everybody.